Welcome back.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Talking about blueberry stains.
Blueberries, yeah, blueberries in our pancakes.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Like the blueberries here are just phenomenal.
He eats syrup. I have a little bit of peanut butter on top of mine. So it's really good.
So, quick check-in, yeah?
Yeah.
We went on an adventure yesterday, but we want to talk about that, or we want to...
Let's talk about the adventure because I really believe I left my heart there. It was just amazing. So Chad and I and our friend, our amigo and guide Jorge took us to El Retiro yesterday.
Yep.
And I now know why it is the place to go to have a finca or a weekend, you know, a vacation home, weekend home. And he took us through Envigado and through the mountains, through the preserved, a huge preserved area.
Over the river and through the woods?
Over the river and through the woods. It took my breath away. They even have, I don't know, tiny little bridges for animals to cross over the road so that they don't get hit.
Yep.
The greenery, it was so lush.
What about those trees?
Trees that were silver, literally silver
from a distance.
From a distance, and then when you get close to them, they're like an olive green kind of.
So when you look like across the valley, you just see like these patches of just these silver. They're almost discs because they're round at the top and flat, and then when you see them up close, it just looks like a tree with a big leaf.
It really kind of reminded me of something you would add to a Christmas.
Yeah.
But they're huge. The leaves are,
very cool.
Just huge. It was just beautiful. The whole entire thing was phenomenal.
Yeah. So first stop. So we went to.
El Retiro.
We had an appointment at 10 o'clock, right?
11:30.
11:30.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, 11:30.
We left here at 10.
We left here at 10. Great.
11:30. And we were going to this property to take a look and see development-wise what they've got going on. And we turned into this little thing, and it's just like off-roading on
It was off-roading.
The peak of a mountain. And then we came across this huge farmhouse.
Yes.
And
The
is
land
this the right
that came
place?
along
We were
with,
a little confused.
We were a little confused because I had looked all this up online, had scheduled the appointment through WhatsApp, and it blew our minds. Just stunning. It's about 10 minutes, 12 minutes outside of the downtown, if you would call it a downtown. El Retiro is very small. The town square,
the square,
if you will. And thank goodness for Jorge because he translated everything for us. The lot size, we actually got to go and walk on where the lot would be. Mm-hmm. There were horses down below and
chicken coop.
I wanted to keep the chicken coop. And it was phenomenal. Aosta, A-O-S-T-A is the name of this development, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, it was super quiet and
so quiet. That was the first thing we noticed. We walked out and it was just birds chirping and the wind.
Butterflies everywhere.
Butterflies and just the wind like breezing through, but that was it. There was no construction, there was no dogs barking, there was no city life. It was just...
No construction yet.
No construction as far as like...
Yeah.
We had to close our door because there's saw blades
Yeah,
going.
and it's on a preserve, so nobody would be building around you, which was also quite amazing.
Right, so that's the interesting part. It was not a development that was already in place that we were seeing like a model or anything, right? Because we're starting the investigation to see, hey, A, do we want to live here? B, what does that look like, renting, buying? C, what does that pricing even look like?
Yeah.
Because we have to have the information in order to, A, make a decision, but if our decision goes one way, we then are planning on the execution, right? So we're at the very beginning of saying, what does it even look like?
Mm-hmm. The areas, just really scoping out the areas and seeing what's out there. And El Retiro is, at the top of our list.
So nothing's built, I
No.
guess is what I'm getting at. Nothing's built, it's just the mountain with a road, a 2-track on the way up.
They do have the plots though laid out.
So they've got the plots, yes.
First, second, third, fourth phase, I guess.
Yeah, 3 phases.
So it would be two years, a little over 2 years before a house for us would even be finished, which would kind of be perfect.
Makes a lot of sense.
Timing. Yeah.
And so went through everything. Went through blueprints. Went through renderings. Went through the pricing guide. We were asking questions. Jorge was helping with the translations. I think we walked away with an abundance of information, but also like thoroughly understanding what it looks like. Like they did a great job of presenting what the future could look like if we go that route. And then we were off to another appointment.
So,
but first lunch, right?
Yeah, oh my gosh, we went to El Retiro, to the little town square there, and ate at an authentic Colombian restaurant. Jorge picked it out. Do you remember the name of it?
No, but
oh my gosh, I don't either.
But it was it was a great recommendation by him. But also on top of that, they have this collection of Coca-Cola everything, like
that was
bottles.
Yeah. And then in where we sat by the window, there were old saddles and old telephones, and it was really decorated beautifully, very authentic Colombian food, which I have come to love since being here.
Yeah.
So I had bandeja paisa, except I had trout to go with mine, and so the trout was caught right out of the river that came right down from the mountain. It was so delicious. Yes, the head came with it, but I kind of grew up that way, so it didn't bother me. And I tried desperately to clean my plate, but I couldn't do it. It was that much food, and for 3 people, I mean, it was only like $10 a person.
Yeah, I don't even think that much.
Yeah, and the juice, holy cow! All 3 of us had juice. Jorge and I had the same kind of juice, and Chad had a mandarin. I can't remember what the name of mine was.
Oh no, you're right.
It was absolutely delicious.
The mandarin was phenomenal. We get that here as well. So lunch, phenomenal. Got to see the city square. You got some pictures. I think you posted those up on social.
Videos.
And then we're off to our next appointment.
To La Argentina, or La Argentina.
Yes.
And it was really fascinating. It wasn't that we didn't like it. It was just very crowded. So they had like a lot of apartments, and something we noticed in El Retiro is they only go 4 or 5 high. So apartment buildings only go 4 or 5 high, where sitting looking out in front of us, they're like 30 floors high. So that was pretty fascinating and something that we appreciated.
Couple of potential reasons. It could be weather related, winds, but it could also be just a code that they have.
Yeah.
Within the city, where there's a maximum height for building, so that buildings are not obstructing views of people who either have been there for a long time or for people who want to move there. So I liked that they were all 5 floors or less.
Yeah, and they also had houses available. But with these houses, you didn't have the land that we had at Aosta, which is Italian, if anybody's wondering. So Aosta would be a whole just houses, no apartments, and it's Italian style. They're all built kind of Italian style, but a modern look. And then with La Argentina, just modern, just very modern. And then the houses, lots of apartments, and then the houses were very close together. I mean, there was very little room in between each house, but they were beautiful.
Yeah.
2-level.
So the first one that has not been developed yet, the plots of land are roughly about 1/4 acre for our U.S. friends, but it's about 900 square meters for the plots. And then there's the house itself, which occupies about 160 and then 130 of livable space. So you have like your garage area. So it was a pretty decent home, and then also a pretty decent plot of land as well.
Yeah, which you don't find here.
And then the second one was much more like suburban sprawl kind of stuff, where it's like cookie cutter next to each other. But you're still, either way, you're still getting all the amenities. You're getting your pool, you're getting your...
The gym, the sauna, all the things.
The co-working space.
Both of them had co-working spaces. We preferred Aosta better just because it was all houses.
Yeah.
You actually had a lot more land, and you could develop that land however you wanted, which was really cool. And then with La Argentina, kind of the same price per square meter, but like we said, you didn't really get the land. However, La Argentina was actually walkable, so you could walk to the square.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool.
Yes. So walkable versus being a neighborhood in the middle of nowhere, however secluded, but a 10-15 minute drive into town. So and that's the whole point of this. Find out all the information so that we can then start to put together potential scenarios of what right looks like for us in the future. And those were two really good contrasting opportunities. We got to see really close to city center, and we got to see in the middle of nowhere. And both have their benefits. The apartments at the second one
They're really nice.
And of the
really
300 units, there was 15 left. So they've already, they're still doing work, but they've essentially sold all of them.
And they're starting the next project in April?
Yeah, the next project starts in April, May, and
More
then
apartments, more houses.
completes in August. So May, June, July, August. 4 months, they're going to have new apartments, huge plots of apartments available. So construction here goes
very quickly.
Very quickly.
And if you get a floor level, which is what I would want,
yes,
a floor level apartment at La Argentina, it is massive. And everybody had plants, lots and lots and lots of plants, so that you can see kind of in, but it's kind of hidden. But these beautiful plants, and all of the balconies had that, even up to the fourth floor, fifth floor.
That had 5 floors, yeah. So the outdoor is not just a patio; it's an entire wraparound. So you get this entire outdoor space on top of your indoor space. Now there is a significant pricing difference, but you get this exclusive patio. And actually, I've seen the ones here. When you look down, the dogs bathing down there, they have that here too.
Yeah,
where the first floor is just this huge outdoor gazebo kind of area.
Yeah, you could technically have tiny little vegetable beds if you wanted to, but at Aosta, you could actually plant fruit trees in your backyard. They just kind of left that open.
It's your own land to do what you want with.
And you wouldn't need a pool because they have a community pool that they're building, a gym, sauna, Turkish, all the stuff, all the things. They have a beautiful co-working space that they're going to build, and we just don't really find stuff like this in the States, or not where we are in Michigan.
And certainly not at this pricing. We're not going to go into numbers here, but I can tell you the plot of land, if you were to find a mountain in the United States that had it available to get what we were getting, would be no less than 5 times just for the land of what here you're getting the land, and you're getting the house, and you're getting the community with all of the amenities.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fair to say no less than a fifth of the price of the United States, and that's if there's even something not developed and available, significant value. So it's great to have seen it. I think we learned a lot.
We learned
especially
a
about
ton
that city.
About El Retiro. We've learned a lot about Sabaneta, Medellin, and Envigado. We've learned so much. Mm-hmm. Our time here is almost up. We have 3 more weeks, 2 more weeks, something like that. And then my daughter's coming down, so there's 4 or 5 days there that we're going to be super busy with her.
And then right after that, packing and prepping to.
And then getting Sadie ready and heading back to the States. And we have a mountain of stuff ahead of us when we get back to Michigan. So we're looking forward to getting back into the swing of things, but I'm not going to lie, I am going to really miss it here.
Yeah. We've learned so much. The culture's just amazing.
And the people, wow, it's just been incredible.
Yeah, I definitely implore people to visit other countries, get out there and just immerse yourself. Put yourself in a position where you're not going to be working when you do whatever trip, whether it's for a week or whatever, so that you can truly understand the culture that's there. Because I'll tell you, if we came here as Americans with an American mindset and
Right.
refused to change, we would not have enjoyed it here. But we came here with the understanding of we're going to learn what the people of Colombia, especially in the Medellin area, are about, and try to understand what life is. I mean, Saturday night is just party till 3 a.m. I'm a late bird, but I don't do that. But experiencing that, now we have a new respect for how they grind during the week, and then really let loose and handle family stuff and really care for their personal lives and have good boundaries between those.
I don't know. We saw a guy yesterday on the way home, just hanging on the side of the mountain, just chilling on his phone, having
Yeah.
a beer. Like he literally taking a break. He was just on the side of the road.
There's also the guy who was driving, and he stopped and was making coffee on the side of the road.
Yeah,
He just
had his French press and
pulled off
everything.
was just making coffee to enjoy the view. And
There was a tree stump or something, and he had all his
Yeah.
stuff there, and he was making coffee. So the way Colombians look at living day to day and enjoying every moment,
I think we've learned a few
we've
things.
learned quite a bit, and we are going to take that back to the States with us.
Awesome. Well, yeah. I mean, let's see. We'll see if we can do one more update before we head back. But
Yeah.
like you said, we have a busy few weeks coming up. So we'll try and do one more. If not, we'll definitely check in one more time when we're back in the States with the final recap of how Sadie traveled. And until then, yeah.
Yes, you guys keep living beyond the desk. Go out, travel, learn new cultures, because there's a whole other world out there. Not to say that we don't love the U.S. We do. That's our home. But it's just been absolutely fantastic, and we really challenge everybody to get out of your comfort zone and go see the world.
All right. Ciao.
Have a great week. Ciao.